I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do was
Sing.
I have trouble with a note. It goes all around my
Throat.
It's a terrifying.
Sing.
Before I decided to become a teacher, I was a musical theater performer. I studied musical theater in college and performed in many musicals throughout high school. In the fall of 2008, I auditioned for the role of Cosette in Les Miserables. Cosette sings like this.
I saw him once, then he was gone.
Somehow, I was cast as Eponine, arguably a more interesting character, but also a belter. She sings the coveted song On My Own.
On my own, pretending he's beside me.
I was and am still in no way a belter. Even so, I was able to mix my voice so I could easily sing the majority of Eponine's songs. The only problem I had was one line of music towards the end of On My Own. That line of music in On My Own should sound like this.
His world will go on turning, a world that's full of happiness that I have never known.
Unfortunately, when I was first cast, my version sounded like this. I had 2 months from when I was cast until opening night in order to reach perfection and nail the money note at the end of Eponine's big song. So what was I to do?
The first step was weekly voice lessons with my voice teacher, Steve Vermont. He helped me with refining my vocal technique so I could mix my chest voice and head voice and hit that big note. The second step was doing vocal scales every day. Steve gave me specific scales that would help expand and strengthen my range. I was diligent about practicing these scales every day, and as a result, slowly noticed an improvement in my mixed voice. The third step was to listen over and over to some of the greats sing On My Own. I listened to women such as Leah Salonga and Samantha Barks so I could study and copy their vocal technique. And finally, I practiced. I worked on those 5 bars of music every day for 2 months straight. To this day, I still cringe every time I hear that song. I sang and sang and sang that line of music until one day, I just did it. A light bulb went off in my head. There was no cracking, no head voice, just a crystal clear, beautiful mix. So, what was happening in my brain while I was practicing and learning this new skill of mixing my voice to belt? The brain is plastic, and therefore it is always changing. But it takes deliberate practice for the brain to change. This is why it took 2 months and endless repetition of 5 bars of music in order to train my brain how to properly use my mixed voice. Repetition was essential in my learning process because it helped me rewire my brain. In the beginning, my brain automatically had me sing one way, which caused my voice to crack on the money note. 2 months of daily practice helped my brain slowly rewire itself until I was able to sing that note just right. Even after I learned to correctly sing that note in On My Own, it still felt awkward and uncomfortable for quite a while. My brain was getting used to this new way of singing, and so it took even more practice until using my mixed voice began to feel natural and comfortable. It wasn't until 2 days before closing night of Les Miserables that I finally felt like I had got it. I remember walking off stage after singing On My Own and thinking, that was easy. My brain had finally finished rewiring itself, and now using my mixed voice was second nature. While I still cannot stand the song On My Own, it is still an easy song for me to sing after all these years because of all the practice and brain rewiring that I did 8 years ago.
Created using Powtoon.